What's going on, guys? It's Coach New back in the building with another one. And as usual, it's going to be jam packed full of jewels. And you already know I appreciate you sliding through because you could be doing anything, but you here with me checking out these reviews. And you already know what I'm going to say. It's another crazy one, man, because people just, they're crazy, man. They don't have any, like, common sense for real. Like, sometimes people just don't think, man, about anything except for the moment that they're in, and they don't have any critical thinking skills, man. And all of my videos are a prime example of that. And this one, it's about a guy, husband unalives wife on her birthday after he got tired of her yelling, like simply because she was yelling, man. And man, if you watch any of my videos, man, I always say, like, arguing with the female, that's absurd, man. We not doing that. That's crazy, bro. You got to get up out of there if that happens, because it's a saying: if you argue with her, you're a fighter, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not into hitting women, bro. Nobody else should be either, though. Like, they just, yeah, you can love them, but if you have to hit them, that's not love, man. It's really that's crazy, bro. Like, why are you giving her so much energy to the point where you gotta hit her, man? And And I was talking with one of the homies, man, and he was like, well, we don't know what she said to him to make him, what I'm saying, unalive her or anything like that. And I said, yeah, that's true. You know what I'm saying? And he feels like women shouldn't agitate men or try to get under their skin or say certain things that's going to trigger the man, and they know that that's one of his triggers and stuff. And I agree with that. That's true. And at the same time, man, this channel is mostly based for, like, men trying to get their life together, man, and make the right decisions. And I use these as examples for them to do that. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave it up to the men, bro, not to even let her get under your skin. And you know that not all females, but certain ones, they get off on that, on getting a rise out of you, getting you to go back and forth and argue with them and stuff, man. And it's not always easy. It's easier said than done to walk away sometimes, and that's the thing that what I'm saying, you're gonna have to work on, bro. If that's just getting away from her, man, walking away, bro, because at the end of the day, it's not worth you throwing your life away off of unaliving her. And then what I'm saying, like, to me, no female is worth that for real. Like, man, I ain't got time to be thinking about unaliving you. All right, so if you got a hitter, you don't need to be with her. That's also a saying, man. And that a lot of men live by, bro. If you have to hit her, you don't need to be with her. So you're gonna have to get up out of there, man. Figure something else out. Let's check this video out, though.
Milwaukee police say Jacqueline Beeson was celebrating her special day on Saturday when she was shot in the head while sitting in the car near Casson Wells. The accused shooter, her husband, 59-year-old Timothy Lewis. He's now charged with first-degree reckless homicide. According to a criminal complaint, Beeson's daughter was on the phone with her before the shooting.
Man, that's already, it sounds crazy, man. So a birthday gone wrong, bro. It's her day, and you do something for her, and still end up arguing with her, unaliving her, bro. Like, and make up your mind, bro. Is you like, do you want her or no? Because that's, it really is simp activity, man. Like, when you even got to think about unaliving a female because she got under your skin so bad, man. Like, you're doing too much, bro. You're simping, man. Get up out of there. Go find something else to do, man. It's not worth it. Now you on a mugshot, bro. Looking crazy, man. Thinking about it. And they gonna give you a lot of time to think about, you know what I'm saying, shit that happens like that, man, which is, you know, it's an unfortunate thing, man, that you don't have emotional control over yourself to the point where you gotta put your hands on this woman, man, unalive her, bro. And I'm not saying it like I'm perfect. Nobody's perfect, man. And it does take time to change your ways. Really, you have to want to change. You know, change starts from within. And that's the nobody could change you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people go through like traumatic events and that might change them. Some people go through two or three of them before they even realize like, hey, it's time for me to make a change. But some people don't go through any and they just get tired of the way that, you know, shit is going in their life or how they living and they want to make a change. So it happens. But, you know, it shouldn't ever come to something as dramatic as this, man. Like having to unalive a female, bro, because now she's not gonna be there for her daughter. You know what I'm saying? And if that was your daughter, now you ain't gonna be there, and she don't have no parents no more, man. And really, like I say in other videos too, man, they're like they look to us for protection and you know what I'm saying, correction and affection. You know, that's really like you know, to provide and protect for the female, man. Like that's really what it is. And if she's not listening to you, then how can you provide and protect for her, man? That's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get up out of there. Like, coochie ain't that important, man. Sure, she's going to let you hit. But if she's not listening, then you already know that's a problem off top. I don't even want to hit if she ain't trying to listen to what I'm saying because it's going to be more trouble than it's worth for real. Like, and that's never, you know what I'm saying, a good thing. I try to avoid headaches at all costs. Well, I do avoid them at all costs. I don't try. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, let's get back into this.
She told detectives she could hear the two arguing when her mother said, quote, "Put that gun away." She says when she asked her mom about the weapon, she replied, quote, "It's fake." Fox 6 learned Beeson was here getting a massage before she was killed.
All right, so she was getting a massage before she got killed, and she said that the gun was fake. But man, you never know a simp for real. Like he had so much energy and time invested into her that he was on that. If I can't have you, nobody can have you. And you know, it's you have to know who you're dealing with, man. Like even accepting stuff from them, because you never know how somebody's gonna react, man. And a lot of times, like I don't know how long they were together. A lot of times, some people are just in relationships, you know, for a year or two, and then they say they're in love or get married, and you know what I'm saying, don't even really get to know the person, and now you know, got yourself in a situation that you can't get out of because you didn't want to take any time to just to really get to know who you're with. And you know, I get it because sometimes you just want to get some, so just get some, bro, and leave it at that. And don't, you know, make it out to be more than what it is. If it's just a homie that a homegirl that's cool, and you know what I'm saying, y'all got a friends with benefits, you know what I'm saying, okay, that's what it is. If y'all in a relationship, then that's what it is, and it needs to be known, and both parties have to be aware of that, because this is where a lot of that stuff happens, man, when dudes be arguing with the females, because you know what I'm saying, sometimes the women will lie and say, you know, you're the only one, or the man will lie and say you're the only one. Somewhere along the line, wires get crossed and the communication gets messed up. And now one person is feeling some type of way and they're willing to take it to the extreme at any cost because they don't care. about the consequences at that time. And that's a dangerous thing, man. That's why it's important to know who you messing with. That's why it's important to have mental, physical, and spiritual control. You know what I'm saying? Control over your emotions, as I say in every video, man. And all of these, again, all these videos are prime examples of that, man. So, just you got to remember, man, at all times, you always got to be on your square, man. And a female should never be able to make you that upset to the point where you got to unalive her, man. I don't care what she did. And really, you should be so mentally aware enough to know that you shouldn't put yourself in these kind of situations that's going to get you upset like that. And the reason why, a lot of these videos are for the guys, man, is because that at the end of the day, nobody can make you mad, man. Nobody can make you make yourself mad. You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, the situations you get yourself in, that's your fault you got into them situations. So you have to be way more aware, man, of what you're doing, who you're doing it with, what kind of person this woman is. So you already know what your triggers are. You already know like when it's time to get up out of there. And if it's even like that, you shouldn't even be dealing with a woman for real though.
Workers inside say Lewis set up the appointment and called upset several times. Investigators say Lewis left the scene. He was arrested later that same day. He admitted to shooting Beeson during an argument, telling police he just lost it.
And see, that's not cool though, because you just lost it. And really, that's not a good enough excuse, bro. Honestly, it's no excuse that's good enough to unalive some female because you got tired of her yelling. If you get tired of her yelling, you should leave, man. And don't talk to her again until you're like absolutely sure that, all right, she's going to yell and I'm not gonna. If you even have to think about unaliving her, you're in the wrong situation for real though. So, like, you shouldn't even ever go back to her, or you should have never went back to. You should have never did anything for her birthday, because you unalived her at a spot where she was getting a massage at. I'm gonna rewind it so I could really hear that a little bit more clear. But yeah, so apparently she was getting a massage or something and arguing with him, daughter on the phone, and she told her the gun was fake, man. I don't ever take threats lightly, man. A fake gun, a water gun, you know what I'm saying? If somebody got them type of intentions, man, you need to move around, man. You don't need to be around me. I don't need to be around you. If you even give that type of energy off, man, or if you give that type of energy to somebody else, you need to move around, man. A lot of people trauma bond and use their pain and get together with each other. Like, that's sort of like misery loves company, you know what I'm saying? When you in pain, you want somebody else to be hurting too. So it's easy to trauma bond and, you know what I'm saying, get along like that. And eventually, if and when it does happen, one person is going to start to change and heal themselves. And in that process, if the other person doesn't heal themselves or change, then, the relationship's not going to work out because you guys are going to be on a different level then. And when you get together with somebody, yeah, you guys are on the same level. And, in a healthy relationships, for the most part, the couples grow together. Or if one is starting to fall behind or slack off on something, they talk about it in a healthy way, communicate in a healthy way, without yelling, fighting, arguing, shooting and cussing, and you know what I'm saying? And they come to an agreement. Even if that agreement is we agree to disagree and go our separate ways, okay. You just saved yourself a lifetime of headache and you didn't kill unalive nobody or anything like that, man. And That's really how you're supposed to move and operate, man. You gotta be smooth out here. You know what I'm saying? And as men, we are the providers and protectors, man, and the leaders of the head of the household, man. And you got to be able to handle that position because if you're not ready for it, then it's okay to take time to heal and be to yourself and get your thoughts together and get your mind right so you in the right state of mind and you in the right place physically, you in the right place spiritually, you ready to take on that stuff because I don't care what relationship you're in with a female. There's gonna be times where you guys are gonna disagree. I'm not necessarily saying a full blown argument, but y'all ain't gonna like each other 100% of the time. Especially if you with somebody every day, all day. Like man, you're gonna get sick of being around them. Sometimes you gotta know how to handle that. Like and a lot of times, like these relationships, people don't know how to handle that, man, and it comes back to bite them in the ass, and. Now you got to deal with a bunch of shit that you didn't have to deal with if you just would have handled it right the first time. Oh man, let me play that again and hear what they were saying.
Milwaukee police say Jacqueline Beeson was celebrating her special day on Saturday when she was shot in the head while sitting in the car near Casson Wells. The accused shooter, her husband, 59-year-old Timothy Lewis. He's now charged with first-degree reckless homicide.
All right, so it wasn't in them getting a massage; it was in the car, bro. So that's crazy that you even got to do something like that, man. And I'm guessing it was in daylight, everybody around, like, man, that's sad, bro. And you're not even thinking to the point where if you can't have her, nobody can have her. If she not gonna do what you say, she can't be here anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because nowadays, females, a lot of them don't listen. A lot of them get attitudes, and a lot of them ain't gonna do what you say, man. Cause so that really means that she really don't rock with you like that. She don't like you think she does, or she don't listen to you, man. Any woman that likes you is gonna listen to you and take your advice, especially if it's going to help her out in the long run and help her life, especially if you provide the protecting for her and everything's going smooth. She really ain't going to give you no flack or none of that, man. So, yeah, unaliving her in the car is crazy, man.
According to a criminal complaint, Beeson's daughter was on the phone with her before the shooting. She told detectives she could hear the two arguing when her mother said, quote, "Put that gun away." She says when she asked her mom about the weapon, she replied, quote, "It's fake."
Man, don't ever think somebody faking with you. You know what I'm saying? And you never know. Anybody could, especially if you know you dealing with a simp. You know what I'm saying, ladies? Y'all gotta. You shouldn't even be dealing with somebody like that because they simps are like mentally unstable. Especially if you giving them good coochie and you got them coochie whipped and wrapped around your finger. Like you know this dude gonna go crazy if you get into like a serious argument or try to leave or do or make a major move without him or something, this dude gonna feel like, that's the end of the world for him, especially if you the only woman that he got. You know what I'm saying? This dude don't really got no emotion going on or nothing all the time and energy is really being put into you. Yeah, you gotta, you know what I'm saying, deal with that accordingly. And really don't even deal with no simps, man. If somebody who and a lot of time women do want like a dude who can always be there. Excuse me for a second. Let me turn this phone on. A lot of times women want a dude who can be there for them, man, and you know what I'm saying, and spend a lot of their time with them, man. And a dude that's on his stuff mentally, physically, you know what I'm saying, financially working and doing all that, man, he's not really gonna have that much time to spend with you. I'm not saying like he ain't gonna be able to spend the night sometimes and stuff like that, of course, but majority of the time, when you dealing with a dude that's on his stuff, he's on his shit, and he's gonna be, busy most of the time. So the times that you are together, you're really not gonna be thinking about arguing and going through shit like that, because you're not gonna see him again for a minute. And yeah, man, they just they tend to go for the guys that got the most time to spend with them, man. And then a lot of time those dudes are simps because they got all the time in the world on their hands, man, to be, what I'm saying, spending with them. So yeah, I gotta be careful of that, man. And dudes, y'all gotta be aware, man. If you simping and shit out here, man, if you ain't got no motion, man, you gotta have some motion, man. Find something to do. Find some, get busy, man, and come up out here. Build for yourself. When you putting a lot of time and energy into yourself, then you really not gonna have time for no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Cause you too busy focused on yourself. Or maybe you got kids, or maybe you got a couple jobs or a couple different hustles that you gotta do every day. So you're gonna be focused on doing that, man.
Fox 6 learned Beeson was here getting a massage before she was killed. Workers inside St. Louis set up the appointment and called upset several times. Investigators say Lewis left the scene. He was arrested later that same day. He admitted to shooting Beeson during an argument, telling police he just lost it.
So, that's simping at its finest, though, because you set up the appointment for her, and then you call there to argue with her because you set up the appointment. Don't set her up an appointment then. Don't even deal with her like that then if it's like that. And like I was saying, man, for a simp, it's hard for a simp to let go, especially if that's the only female he got. He don't get coochie like that. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be, hard for him to let you go. And that's a dangerous dude, a simp and a scary dude. Them the two most, you gotta really watch out for them because the scare man gonna shoot. You know what I'm saying? He don't, that's all he gonna try to get out the situation by any means possible, bro. And then, a simp, he gonna do whatever he gotta do to win. He gonna argue with the female, go back and forth with her if shit ain't going his way. So, that's why it's best to focus on yourself. Make sure you got your mental right. Make sure you're right spiritually, which is also part of your mental, your consciousness, that you thinking clearly. You ain't got no brain fog. You working on yourself, man. You got goals that you're actually achieving, long-term and short-term goals, for real. And then, physically, maybe you go to the gym or you play basketball, you do something, man, you know what I'm saying, to keep yourself in at least enough physical shape just so you feel healthy, man. You ain't got to be no bodybuilder, no muscle, what I'm saying, builder or no, anything like that, man. You just got to be healthy, bro. Mentally, physically, and spiritually. That's what it is out here for men, man. And you know what I'm saying? Hope you guys got a lot of jewels out of this one, man, because I certainly dropped a lot, man. And this Coach Noob, like, share, comment, subscribe, man, if you digging this kind of content, man. And, y'all be cool out here, man. Make the best decisions you can, because like I say all the time, your decisions affect you and everyone around you. You know what I'm saying? So, whether they're good or bad, man. And change starts from within. And you only change if you want to. Nobody could change you. And you get yourself in any situation that you put yourself in, man. So, all right, y'all. Until next time, I'm out.